Welcome, dear viewer, to One on One, coming to you from Baraton TV. And we are on the second part with our great guest, Dr. Saustin Mfune, who works with the General Conference. Now, for those who don't understand, the SDA Church is organized in levels. We have the local church, where we all go to worship. Now, a collection of these churches gives us an organization we call a field or a conference. And then a collection of those conferences or fields come together and we have a union mission or a union conference. Then from there we have the General Conference that runs the whole world. But the General Conference, since it's running the whole world, has got offices that help it do some work, around the world. And these offices are called divisions of the General Conference. And so Dr. Saustin Mfune works for the General Conference, the highest level of the SDA Church, where they supervise the work around the world in the Children Ministries Department. And so we are happy to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome so much.
Thanks very much.
In the last program, we looked at his life and his background, and we had reached where now he has finished high school. Quite eventful.
Yes.
Quite eventful.
Yes.
You went to Solusi.
Yes.
And what did you study in Solusi?
At Solusi, I studied theology.
Theology?
Yes.
Training to be a pastor?
Become a pastor.
Yes.
And I was there for 6 years instead of 4 years.
What happened?
Because I was not sponsored.
Okay.
I had no money.
You struggled through school?
I struggled through school.
Financial struggle?
Financial struggles.
And so
eventually...
I don't like missing something there.
Yes, yeah.
Because there's somebody struggling in school.
Yes.
And feeling that life is unfair because instead of 4 years, they are on the 5th year.
That's very true.
They need to know that it is a path that great people have also walked.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true. In life, I've come to believe that it's not necessarily how fast
you run.
But what matters is that you finish the race. That's very, very important.
Yes.
I saw my friends finish their degrees.
4 years.
4 years. They are pastors.
Yes.
But I can tell you, along the way, I've seen them drop off.
Along the way,
I've seen them not succeed. I've seen them get frustrated. But for me, through my struggles, to raise money, 1 year, another year, you tend to develop a certain discipline, which you're not going to have if you had everything readily available.
That's true.
Under your fingertips. So I thank God that though I wasn't sponsored, I wish I was sponsored.
So how are you raising money?
I was working at the farm at the school.
Okay.
The school had a farm.
Yes.
So I was working at the farm.
To raise?
Working 30 hours a week. Instead of working only 8 hours. But I was working 30 hours. So because of that, I would get only half the required studies per semester or per term.
Wow.
But then again, during holidays, I would also go out canvassing, selling books.
Selling books.
Yeah.
Where did you go to sell books?
I was in Zimbabwe. So I first of all, I sold in Bulawayo City, which is on about
very close to
Solusi, about 40 kilometers from Solusi. Then I sold in Kwekwe, that is between Bulawayo and Harare. Then I also sold in Harare, and also sold in Hwange. Hwange is a town between Bulawayo and Victoria Falls. And
the good news is that this program is still in Adventist University.
Yes, it is. It is.
People can still work to raise school fees. And people still can sell church literature to raise school fees.
That's very true.
So you graduated?
And eventually, I graduated.
After 6 years?
After 6 years.
So where did you go after that?
After that, I went to Malawi. But let me just push you back. I worked for 2 years. I mean, I studied for 2 years. Then after 2 years, I went to Malawi, where I got married.
Okay. Then, during the program.
Then I came back to Solusi. And I was there for 4 years. That's when now I finished. But now I am married. I've got a child. Then after that, I am back now in Malawi. And then I'm employed as a pastor, it was not easy. Well, there are people in this church, in the world, who are historians.
Not academic historians.
No. But they like to focus on people's backgrounds.
They keep records of wrong.
So you're a pastor, and there are some of these people who know about you, who are your church members.
They remember the criminal
record
that we talked about in the other presentation.
And they keep on telling people that, he will not last.
He's a pastor but a criminal.
But he's a criminal. We know him. Watch your offerings.
Yes.
Don't give your offerings to this church. Give them to the other church. It was not easy.
Yes.
But you know, the patience I learned in the 4 years of working, it did me a lot of help.
Wow.
I learned to be calm. I learned not to be short-tempered. I just focused on my work.
Yes.
I said to myself, the things I do will speak for me. Not what I say.
The testimony of your life.
Of my life. Let the works of my hands
tell the story.
As my president of Malawi, the late president Bingu Wamtarika used to say, let the works of my hand be my testimony.
Yes.
So I just began to work. But as time went by, people began to change.
So your testimony became greater than the history from the historians.
From the historians.
And now the history was growing weak.
Was growing weak.
And you know, that means if somebody viewing us has a bad story in the past, the only way to overcome your bad story is what you do from now on.
That's very true.
No amount of your own talking can change the history.
No.
You have to do something. What you do today, onwards, will deal with your story.
It's like the story of Joseph in the Bible. Mrs. Potiphar created a very bad name for Joseph. You never hear anywhere where Joseph is busy contract. No, I never did it. She's a liar, whatever. Joseph just kept quiet.
And went to prison.
Went to prison and just lived his life. And people were saying, you know what? Mrs. Potiphar must have been a liar. People could tell from even in prison, Joseph is trusted.
People could tell, no, this is a good man.
He doesn't add up.
And so your daily story can defeat your past.
Yes, very much so.
And so your pastoral work, from there?
So from there, I'm a pastor.
Yes.
And by nature, I love young people. I'm very active. We are doing programs. My father was a great singer. He would play an accordion. So he taught me how to play an accordion. So here I am singing groups in the church, whatsoever. In 2 years' time, I'm at the conference office, field office.
2 years?
Yeah.
You went to the conference?
As a youth director.
Youth director?
And youth and Sabbath school.
And you have served there for a long time.
I can tell you, from that time onwards, there's been no looking back.
No looking back.
I can't understand really God.
2 years in the district and straight to the
from there. But then I went to teach in the secondary school. After that, I am back in the office. Then from there, I go to Andrews University to go and do my master's.
Your master's.
And then from there, I go to Solusi. I'm teaching the students. Even as Solusi,
theology department.
Even as Solusi, I'm a tier theology department. I was also in charge of the University Correo at Solusi. But then I also was a group leader of children's group. You know Paco?
Yes,
Paco.
Pastor Paco.
He was a child.
Associate youth director.
He was a child in my singing group at Solusi, the Proactive Kids. He was in that group. We went on television and did all kinds of things. And from Solusi, hey, Baraka Muganda goes to the general conference. They're looking for youth director. They said, there's a man at Solusi who is good with children. So I'm taken from Solusi to the division.
East Africa Division. In Harare.
In Harare. So I'm there, children and youth and chaplaincy.
Wow.
And then from there, I'm there for 8 years. Then from there, they're looking for a president for Malawi Union.
So you left the ministry here, you went to Malawi.
Malawi as an administrator.
As a president of Malawi Union.
And I'm there for 8 years.
8 years.
After that,
yes,
there's a session in Atlanta.
Yes.
And they're looking for an associate director for children ministries.
Yes.
My name comes up, and then I end up at the general conference.
Yes.
When I was a union president,
Yeah.
if I go back,
Yes.
one teacher who taught me at Malamulo,
Yes.
when I was a troublesome kid,
Yeah, those days.
he came to my office.
Yes.
He said, Saustin, I can't believe what God can do. Because none of us ever dreamed that one day you would be a union president. But only God knows people's secrets.
Amen.
And it was a big mistake to try to block your life. Saustin, and forgive me for the part I played in trying to block the plan God had for you.
Wow. And you know, these are the teachers when the principal wanted to take you back, as we mentioned in the other program.
They're the ones who are blocking.
They are the ones who said, no, we don't want him. Not knowing that God had a plan for you.
And you know what that teacher said?
Yes.
As you know,
yes,
my children are not in the church.
Oh my goodness.
Please, can you make it your mission to reach your brothers
so that they can come?
They can come back in the church. So that now became my job to go and talk to these kids. So I'm now becoming a missionary to my old friends at Saustin. Now I tell parents, be very careful when your kids are still young.
Yes.
And you are busy judging other parents. Be very, very careful.
Yeah, there are people who look at other people's children and they make statements. They say, how do people take care of their children? Not knowing that your children are still growing. Because those statements will come to haunt you.
Will come to haunt you. Will come to haunt you.
No, there's something somebody needs to repent.
That's very true.
Because you gossip and say things about people's children. And your children are still growing.
They're still growing.
You are not out of the firing line.
Be very, very careful.
Be careful.
It's important for parents to pray for one another. To pray for one another. And support one another.
Yes.
Whether somebody's children are in trouble, your job as a Christian parent
is to
pray for that parent
and support
them.
Because you never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
What you sow,
you will reap.
Is what you're going to reap.
Wow. So, Dr. Mfune.
Yes.
How you served? Because from what I've seen, you know, I've known you also for quite a while.
Yes.
You have a passion in what you do.
Yes.
There could be somebody there who is dreaming that, how will I also travel this journey? I'm a pastor, but it seems nobody remembers what I do. Is there a role that passion plays in what you do?
I think it's important for especially pastors,
yes,
to know their strength.
Yes.
Sometimes we look at somebody who is in the office and we want to be in the office
like him. Yes.
So the Lord may open a way that you go in the office and they give you the position he had, but you have no passion for it.
You suffer through it.
You suffer. After 3 years, people don't see
no results.
No results.
Yes.
And they say, you know what? No man, things are not happening.
Yes.
It's important to know your strength. That this is my thing, this is my passion.
And dwell on it.
And dwell on it.
And shine on it. Yes.
So for me, I've always loved children.
Yes.
I've always loved young people.
Yes.
So I've written on children, I've written books on parents.
Yes.
Parenting for Heaven.
Yes.
111 tips for raising godly kids. I've written books on African adventure stories. I'm a storyteller.
I've read those stories.
Yes,
I've read those stories.
In fact, if you go to ABC...
And my children are reading
those stories.
And I'm going to tell them, these stories were written by him.
This man.
Yes.
When you have a passion for something...
Yes.
Do something about it.
What you like.
What you like.
Don't try to be somebody else.
No. If you're going to defeat Goliath using Saul's armor we are not going to defeat Goliath.
You must use your methods.
Use your methods. If it's a sling, use the sling.
Yes.
Use your methods to do what is in your hands.
That's what God will use.
That's what God is going to use.
Yes.
Don't try to use somebody's talent.
Yes.
Use the talents I've given you. You are going to be comfortable in them, and you're going to excel.
And I'm sure you enjoy your work.
I enjoy my work seriously.
You are excited about it.
I'm excited about it.
There is no stress.
There's no stress about it.
It is fun planning
planning my work.
This is your thing.
In fact, what makes me very happy many times is that, I tell people, God planned my job years ago.
Yes.
Because imagine if I was 3 meters tall. So I'm working with children.
And the children are down
there. So I come and tower. How are you, boys and girls? The kids are saying, hey, who is this giant here?
Yes.
But for me, when I come to the kids, I just mingle with them.
Because you are with them at the same level.
I'm with them at the same level.
Yes.
In the mind.
Yes.
I also
physically.
in the body structure.
Yes.
And I always speak with children.
Yes.
I say, you know what? God is a genius.
Yes.
He knew what was going to be my work in the future.
Yes.
And he even planned my body.
He fitted you for that
assignment.
Yes.
God does not make junk. He knows why he makes you the way he makes you. Trust him. He's going to use you to fulfill his mission.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mfune. Now, about your music ministry.
Yes, sir.
The God of Shadrach, Meshach,
and Abednego.
And a bad nigger.
Yes, a bad nigger. A bad negro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. Maybe you can sing just a line for our viewer.
Yes.
You are a great musician.
Yes.
Yeah.
My father was a musician.
Yes, you told us that.
I love singing.
Yes.
You may be down and feel like God has somehow forgotten that you are faced with circumstances you cannot get through. Right now it seems that there is no way out and you are going under. But God's proven time and time again, He'll take care of you.
He'll do it again.
And He'll do it again. He'll do it again. If you just take a look at where you are now and where you have been, well, hasn't He always come through for you? He's the same now as then. You may not know how, you may not know when, but He'll do it again.
Amen. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Mfune.
Thanks so much.
Do you have something you would like to tell our viewer as we wind up this program today? Something you would like them to remember?
Well, this is my last point to you. It doesn't matter what you have done in the past. God can use you.
Amen.
For parents, it doesn't matter how troublesome your kids are. God did not bring those kids into your home by accident. He has an assignment for them. Keep on loving them and don't give up. And for you as a young man, you may not be like somebody else. God made you as an individual. He knows why He made you the way He made you. Look unto yourself and look unto God and say, God, here I am. How do you want to use me? Let me tell you, God is going to use you the way you are, for He has got great plans for you. He shaped you in your mother's womb, and He knows why you were conceived and shaped the way you are. Keep on trusting God. What God has done for others, change their lives and build their future, He will do that for you, He will do that for me as well. God bless you.
God bless you. We want to thank God so much. This is One-on-One coming to you from Baraton TV, bringing you the best of interviews that we can get from across the world for your growth in your personal life, daily life, and in your spiritual life. We want to thank God. Please, every time you watch, learn to share these things. Let others know so that it can be a blessing to others. Yes, thank you so much. This is Baraton TV, and we want to thank Dr. Mfune. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Asante sana.
Thank you, Dr. Kesis. God bless you.
God bless you, sir.
Asante.
Thank you so much. Baraton TV, here and hereafter.